Today on SLEDHEAD 24/7, our experts evaluate the industry's most powerful snowmobile, the Arctic Cat F1100 Turbo RR. With nearly 180 horsepower on tap, this sled flat out rips. If you're a snowmobiler, chances are you own a truck. We'll show you how Ram trucks have stepped up in the snowmobile industry as the official sponsor of AMSOIL Championship Snowcross. We'll discover how Ram and Tucker Hibbert are a winning combo. By now, most people know what a GoPro is. And if you don't, you'll want to see the amazing footage they offer. From racing to capturing your first powder turn, GoPro is the best bang for your buck when it comes to POV cameras. And we evaluate our long-haul demo sled from Skidoo. We'll show you how our accessorized Renegade 800 held up after a season of abuse. SLEDHEAD 24/7 starts right now.
I'm your host, Misha Johnson, here with my boys, Mac and Fish. Oh my goodness, what have you guys gotten into?
Last thing left, I think we gotta just see if it runs.
Greetings everyone and welcome to another edition of SLEDHEAD 24/7. I'm your host, Misha Johnson, along with my co-hosts and tech experts, Paul Mack and Jeff Fisher. And today we're talking about trucks, sleds, and a whole lot more.
That's right, Misha. From Ram trucks to our best GoPro shots, we've got a little bit of everything this week.
Yes, we do, and we're also going to evaluate a couple of very amazing snowmobiles.
All right, Jeff, let's take a look and see what we're gonna ride.
We've entered an era where stock snowmobiles produce big power. But there's one machine that stands above the rest as a true muscle sled. The Arctic Cat F1100 Turbo. With nearly 180 horsepower on tap, this turbocharged four-stroke delivers the hardest pulling power plant on snow.
The Arctic Cat 1100 Turbo RR. What does RR stand for? Race Replica. And that's exactly what you've got. You've got race handling, race suspension, and what I really like, you got that big 1100 turbo engine.
With the race replica comes a racy look, and it's mean looking. They're two-tone color. The faster you go through the bumps, the better that thing handles. You just find yourself pointing at bumps and just squeezing the throttle, and it's just so forgiving and smooth.
You know, I love the Arctic Cat. I love the suspension. The Fox Evo floats, those things suck up the bumps so great. And it seems like the faster I go, the better it absorbs the bumps. I mean, that thing didn't bottom out unless you're going through ridiculous terrain, which anything's going to bottom out.
You know, and the one thing nice with this Arctic Cat is it has the Fox shocks in it, and they are very controllable. With the air shocks, you can soften it up for a lighter rider. You can stiffen it up for a more aggressive, heavier rider. This machine it fits a vast variety of people.
You know, the Arctic Cat 1100 Race Replica Turbo is perfect for the person that wants to be a racer, that thinks they could get out on a track and do it all. That machine has the power, has the suspension. So if you think you've got it in you and you really think you're a racer and you are badass, that is the machine for you.
First time we had a chance to ride it, it felt a little uncontrollable, pushing the front end, back end kicking out because we didn't have it studded.
You need to stud it up, you need to get it hooked up, you need to have that positive feel. In order to get the positive feel and benefit that great engine the 1100 has with the turbo, you gotta have studs.
We studded it, put a little more aggressive ski, a little more aggressive carbide, and now it feels like you're on suction cups. That thing just stays on the trail. It is so flat. The skis bite better, the track isn't kicking out. It made a total different sled out of that thing. The thing's a muscle sled, it needs to be harnessed.
I love the way the brake feels. I always drag my fingers on the brake. I have it on just a little bit at all times. It's such an easy positive brake. Just one finger, touch the brake. The brakes on that thing is fantastic, but you need a great brake when you got the power that 1100 has. That thing packs up punch. But remember, when you get to the point where you need power, you grab the handful of throttle on that RR, it lightens the front end up, it just picks it up and carries it. The ergonomics are great. Love the way you sit on it, and I can't say enough about that. What was it? Oh yeah, power.
I mean, this sled not only just fits the guy who wants to go out and lake race, but I've been talking to a lot of people that like to do a lot of long distance touring. They like the power, they like the 4-stroke quiet, and the economy of the 4-stroke. Not having to add the 2-stroke oil. It's really a nice sled for that, and like we say, it just has a lot of power.
With the best shock package available in a production sled, along with the biggest power plant in the market, the F1100 Turbo RR is the ultimate big bump muscle sled.
This Arctic is truly amazing. It really is a true muscle sled. Well, all right, sled fans, stay right where you are because we've got more SLEDHEAD 24/7 action coming your way.
When SLEDHEAD 24/7 returns, we show you how Ram Trucks has supported the snowmobile industry as the official truck of AMSOIL Championship Snowcross. Ram Trucks offer great features for snowmobilers. Learn why Tucker Hibbert rides with Ram. GoPros are all the rage these days. We'll show you why we use GoPro to capture the sport's best POV footage. From trail riding to carving in the powder, GoPros are the perfect tool for the job. And we report on our long-haul demo sled from Skidoo. Our accessorized Skidoo Renegade was put through its paces as we rode it hard this past season. Learn what we did to make this our favorite long-distance trail sled. Stay tuned. SLEDHEAD 24/7 is brought to you by FXR, world-class outerwear. Stud Boy, traction with an attitude. By Spy Optics. And by Polaris, terrain domination.
Welcome back to SLEDHEAD 24/7. I'm your host, Misha Johnson, and today we are talking about trucks. I'm of course talking about the official truck of the AMSOIL Championship Snowcross, which is the Ram truck, the perfect way to haul all your sleds. Take a look at this.
Snowcross is one of the toughest extreme power sports on the planet. While big air gets you there, the not-so-soft landing reminds racers that gravity still applies. If you own a snowmobile, you need a dependable truck. A truck that's every bit as tough as Snowcross. And that's where Ram plays an important role. This season is the debut of Ram as the official truck of ISOC, SLEDHEAD 24/7, and AMSOIL Championship Snowcross.
Snowcross is just an awesome experience. It's all about the people, you know, down to earth and very genuine, and that's kind of what Ram Trucks is all about.
The world's greatest snowcross racers who earn a living on the track have got to be rugged. One of the best is a racer with a name like no other, Tucker Hibbert. Number 68's been number 1 for years, the champion many times over on AMSOIL Championship Snowcross. Tucker's a wily vet who knows what it takes to stay on top.
You know, I guess that's just gonna be my story from now on. I'm just the old veteran, I guess, but it's definitely not the way I feel. I mean, I feel in my prime still right now, and as good as I've ever felt, probably better. And with every year, the team and myself figure out ways to be, you know, better.
Ram Trucks, a premier showcase at each ISOC race, sharing the latest technology directly from Detroit and the USA, and even a chance to win Tucker Hibbert's sled, and a whole lot more.
It kind of mimics one of our car dealerships, right? So it gets the fan a good look at what the dealership looks like. They get a way to come in here, warm up, take a look at what we have going on, get a brochure either on Ram or Arctic, and just talk to the team.
When you have a toy as big as a snowmobile, you need a hauler that's going to be able to pull it around and be just as durable in the snow and be able to get you safely where you need to be. So anyone that's got those kinds of toys needs a confident truck that's going to be able to get them where they need to be.
Ram Tough Girl!
Snowmobilers appreciate Ram for many reasons, starting with a power plant that can easily pull a trailer full of sleds, combined with all the comforts to soothe both mind and body after a hard day at the track or on the trail.
So we just won 3 big awards. We won Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, North American Truck of the Year, and the Truck of Texas, which is the trifecta in the truck world.
But what brings it full circle for all is the common goal of being the best. working towards a championship and doing it together as a family. Tucker, with his dad Kirk, a former racer, and wife Mandy, are the center of this team.
Family is the core of what we do. There's a lot of people involved in Tucker's program that people don't even see. Tucker never stops amazing me in the way that he races, the way that he prepares for a race, the way that he just handles himself as a person on and off the track. He's truly an incredible person, and I feel just blessed to share my life with him.
And as long as I can continue to work hard and train hard and be prepared, I should have no problem taking down the young bucks for a little bit longer.
Looking for more info on Ram, Tucker, and ISOC? We've set up a link on our website at SLEDHEAD24-7.com.
They've really stepped it up to support the sport of snowmobiling, and wow, what an incredible truck it is. Well, all right, sled fans, stay right where you are. We have more SLEDHEAD 24/7 coming your way.
Still ahead, point of view cameras have made it easier than ever to capture amazing HD video. And with GoPro, the versatility and durability are second to none. Watch as we show you why we use GoPro. Our Skidoo Renegade has been a long-haul demo sled since the beginning of the season. We'll tell you how our accessorized Skidoo stood up after a season of abuse. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to SLEDHEAD 24/7. I'm your host, Misha Johnson, along with my co-host, Paul Mack. And in case you haven't noticed, these GoPro cameras are setting the industry standard for POV cameras. And Paul, it looks like you're having too much fun with that.
These things are absolutely awesome. With the GoPro Hero, even I can be your hero. I'm filming right now. These things mount anywhere. You put them on your helmet, put them on your sled, put them on your body, your backpack. These things do it all, Mish.
GoPro cameras and snowmobiling. You can't beat that. Take a look at this.
Around the clock on the hills, it's always the right time for GoPro. For snowmobilers, GoPro HD cameras have been an easy way to head to the mountains. The GoPro provides an easy way to capture your adventure, critique your technique, but also provides a sneak peek at another world. GoPros become a big part of AMSOIL Championship Snowcross. Check out the headbanging action from the infamous Dirty Dozen at the Blackjack Snowcross. Perhaps this shot best sums up the hard riding action as we follow Ross Martin around at the AMSOIL Duluth National. GoPro and snowmobiles play year-round. Check out the action from the Watercross World Championships in Grantsburg, Wisconsin. From the top of the mountains to the bottom, GoPro has it all covered.
It's true, the GoPro camera has certainly picked up over the past few years.
Yes, it has, Misha. These things are so trick. These are killer. The GoPro Heroes let you film anything. I use it when I'm filming. We're out west. We do it here in Flatland. The race teams use these bad boys. You can click it on the front of your hood, check front suspension, check your rear suspension, take it back home, download it on your computer. You can edit it. It's so easy to use. These things are the bomb.
They are. We use them in our projects, and you can too. Visit them online and pick one up. Well, all right, sledders, we'll see you back here in just a few moments.
Still ahead, we report on our long-haul demo sled from Skidoo. Our accessorized Skidoo Renegade was put through its paces as we rode it hard this past season. Learn what we did to make this our favorite long-distance trail sled. Stay tuned. SLEDHEAD 24/7 is brought to you by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. Arctic Cat, share our passion. Speedworks, straight up USA horsepower. By GoPro, be a hero. And by Skidoo.
Welcome back to SLEDHEAD 24/7. I'm your host, Misha Johnson, along with my co-host, Jeff Fish. And coming up next, we're going to evaluate our long-term Skidoo test sled.
Yeah, in an earlier episode, you saw us accessorize our Skidoo Renegade for long distance riding.
That's right. I can't wait to see what you came up with. Take a look.
At the beginning of the season, SLEDHEAD 24/7 accessorized our Skidoo Renegade for long distance riding. Using the Skidoo accessory catalog, we installed mirrors, a glove box extension, and a tunnel bag.
Skidoo has a link system. That is absolutely awesome. Why? Because it's so easy to accessorize. We've got a bag on the back of ours. Going out of town, we're going to actually this weekend going on long ride. I can throw my gear in there, throw some clothes, throw some water in there. Don't have to wear a backpack. Don't like that? Take it off with a quick link, throw on a gas can. That thing is so versatile. What a great job they did with the ability to accessorize from Skidoo.
The one thing I really like about the R-Motion suspension, and even though they're 137 or they're 120s, is the quick adjust rear coupler. And you can set it from 1 to 4, 1 being the biggest distance, more weight transfer. But what's really neat about it is I like putting mine on 1, and then when I'm coming into the corner, slide your body forward. It really enhances where your body is. Get your body forward, thing bites. You want to wheelie over a bump, you just slide a little bit to the back of the seat. It's just like a dirt bike, it'll wheelie over things. It makes it a very fun sled to ride that way. If you want to, say you want to be a little lazier in the corners and stuff, click it to 2 and 3, plants those skis down a little more, and makes it a lot more positive turning.
You know, I put quite a few miles on it now. I love the adjustability in the R-Motion. That's new this year. The R-Motion rear rail is absolutely superb. Why is it so superb? I mean, if you check it out, back on the running boards, you can reach back and just dial it up. You can crank up your spring rate. You can change your compression and the rear shock. It's so easy to tailor to what you want. There's no more getting off the snowmobile, tipping it on its side, taking a plug wrench, clicking over the puck to try to crank up the torsion springs. You just reach down right behind you, right on the running board, give it a few twists. It changes the way the snowmobile handles. And the handling is phenomenal. The balance, there's very little ski lift. It just stays firm, stays planted, and it feels so positive. It almost is like a train on tracks. The way we've got it set up right now, there is nothing like it.
With the excellent R-Motion in the rear of the sled, we aim to improve the steering performance up front.
Some of our early season riding, we're in a lot of real sugary, like lake effect snow. And one thing I didn't like with the sled is it wanted to push the front end quite a bit. One remedy was we put some more aggressive carbide on the front with a little more of a shaper type bar, and that helped. And we also went with the C&A Pro skis, and that pretty much took all of our push away from that sled, kept that thing connected, felt a lot more confident in the corners.
That R-Motion suspension in conjunction with the E-Tech 800, that engine is so phenomenal. Why? Because of the E-Tech, the technology in it. It gets great fuel mileage. It just sips on gas, uses very little oil, digital oil injection. Thing has a long range. when you put that in combination with the ride that it has, our motion suspension, and the most comfortable seat that I've ridden on, that combination is something that you just aspire to have, and you can have that in the Ski-Doo Renegade.
Whether it be long-distance riding in comfort or hammering the bumps, the Ski-Doo Renegade is at the top of its class in ride, handling, and performance.
Well, there's no doubt about it, Ski-Doo offers a very good line of accessories for their snowmobiles.
They certainly do. With the adventure market that's out right now, you can take your snowmobile and accessorize it exactly the way you want it. And how you do that is get on Ski-Doo right now, look at their catalog, accessorize this baby for the way you ride, for the type of terrain you're going through, and how long you're going to be gone. And this baby does it all, Fish.
No, it does. And this is a sled that we set up for long distance riding. And to date, this is my favorite do-it-all sled.
And you know what? I might have to second that. This is a phenomenal sled. Well, boys, that's all the time we have for this edition of SLEDHEAD 24/7. Make sure to visit us online at SLEDHEAD24-7.com or visit us on Facebook and on Twitter. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you next time.
Next week, we bring you the season finale of SLEDHEAD 24/7, Snowshoot 2014. We bring 2 guest riders to ride and review the latest sleds for 2014. From mountain riding with the best in the world to ditch banging with the pros, SLEDHEAD 24/7's bringing you an unbiased look at the latest and greatest sleds for next year. We'll show you an in-depth report on which sleds come out on top as best in class. Those stories and more next week on the season finale of SLEDHEAD 24/7.